Now, for anyone who is joining us, you know we're not bullshitting.
This just determines your location. So you got a total of 6.
Yep.
All right. So you guys are you guys want to start in the north?
All right.
North.
Fine. I mean, it doesn't matter to me.
All right. You guys. This is just like a random thing. If you guys want to start in the north, is so you guys have a higher chance of getting a lot of land.
That's cool.
So what
Okay.
location is the north? All right.
Jake, are you cool with you being like the old man ruler since you're playing the old dude and I'm your I don't even want to be a sweet knight. I just want to be your like mercenary bodyguard sellsword.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
I mean, and is this system built like D&D where it's meant to be played as a 4-person game?
Nope.
Okay.
Roll 76.
Okay.
And
That's
just
a
add
lot.
it up. Yeah.
See here, we have 22, 25, 28.
So one of your options is 28. Roll it again.
7 again?
Roll it. Yeah, you're gonna roll it a few times.
Okay. Ooh, those are 10s.
5 and 9, 14, 19. Oh, sorry, Kemp Ziggy. 14, 19. I hate it when I press my button because like my screen is lame as fuck sometimes. Okay, 5, 10, 16, 22, 25, 26.
Okay. One more time, or a few more times, but next roll.
10, 16, 19, 21.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3. 3 more times.
See here, 5, 10, 16, 20, 23. 6, 10, 16, 19, 20. 10, 15, 19, 21, 25, 29.
Okay, stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, since you are in the north, your weakness is your law, population, power, and wealth. Your lands have a massive bonus, as does your defense and influence. Basically, your defense means what sort of physical structures your house holds. For example, the more points you spend on defense, the more likely you will have a castle or a keep or something like that. So
Right.
the points that you have to distribute among. I'm just gonna copy and paste this. Just to make it easy. There you go. So you have defense, influence, land, population, power, and wealth, and you have these points, which are your roles to distribute. And then I will add
Oh, okay.
modifiers. So whatever you guys, if you have a question, defense basically means what structures you have. Influence means how many people of noble stature, of nobility, or how prestigious your house is in the north. Lands is how many points you can assign on basic land features. The more land you assign, the more territory your house controls. Population basically means how many people reside in your realm. Power means how many points you can spend on your military, and wealth is self-explanatory.
Okay. I want to have high defense and wealth. What do you think, PJ?
I think that we should go. I'm going to type out the order I think it should go.
Okay. I think population should be
Let me
like
assign.
the
Let me.
second lowest.
I will type out your benefits that you get based on being in the north. So I'll just put it. I'll just paste this thing again, but this time with benefits beside it.
Okay.
Because of a massive land bonus being in the north.
See, so if we get a massive land bonus, we should just like put one of the lowest ones for land and just rely on that big old bonus. Because I don't want to have huge, ridiculous lands either, because then it's hard to govern. I want to have like a hella ridiculously defensible location where we can make tons of dough and like ride out the wave of this war that's coming. I feel it in my bones.
Oh, roll me 76 again. I forgot. Oh, there's one more thing in here.
As of right now, this is what I'm thinking. See here, 6 and 1, 7 and 9, 10, 16, 19, 21.
We gotta add the law stat in here. So we got lands after lands is law. And there's a minus 10 to law for being in the north. Okay, so here are your modifiers and here are your rolls. So just disregard the first attempt. Here's your stuff with modifiers, and you've assigned these dots down below to it.
Oh wow, lots of minuses.
Yeah, lots of pluses too.
Yeah, we get 20 for lands. So yeah, put fucking. What did you say? 21 for lands plus 20 would be 41.
Just to let you know, if you were to have, there are still house history rolls that can modify this. So that comes after you guys assign. Depending on how old your house is, you might get you might drop quite a bit, or you might rise or drop. So it all depends.
Okay. So do you want to stick with it the same way you have it, PJ? Now that we see all these things.
I'm certainly fine with the land. I think that having I think the defense being a 31 is still okay. I do like I think our house should be like very focused on like you want to be the rich dude, so that's why I put the the wealth there. And the military.
I don't necessarily want to be like super ridiculously wealthy. I just want to hoard wealth inside my like awesome castle. The castle is much more important to me. Like I guess high castle and power would be good, and influence is good. We get plus 10 influence.
Well, I don't like law being like one of our low ones, and we got
Yeah, so we should put law as like the 26, and that's at least 16, and that's probably not terrible.
26 law minus 10.
Yeah, so what would 16 law give us? Is it like lawless as fuck?
So 16 law. Let me find law here. Holding 16 law. You're at a minus 5 for your fortune rolls. Every month you roll a fortune to see what happens to your house, whether it's something bad or something positive, and that's of course role played out. So at a 16, anything under 20 or anything under 21 gives you a minus 5 to your house fortune roll.
Oh wow, that sucks.
But it can be boosted up by other things like wealth.
Well, even if we put our like top one into law, we would still be getting the minus, so we might as well just like whatever. We're still in the same category.
Yeah.
What is another category down?
The next
Population.
category. So basically 11 to 20, you're at a minus 5.
Okay. So yeah, at that point we can just put our other 21 there, I guess, if it's not going to make any difference. But we might.
So you want to put 21 into law?
Yeah.
So that would put you down to 11.
Yeah. So we're on the low end of that scale, but like whatever.
Yeah.
Does that factor in at all or no?
Well, it will factor in when you do your house fortune rolls, which are like random stuff.
Okay.
So you might drop under 20, or you might drop under 11, or you might even go a little bit higher.
Okay.
It's just like your default settings, and then you roll for your fortune. Basically.
Okay. Whatever. We'll roll it out. If it's bad, it's bad.
All right.
Yeah, we'll just deal with that as part of our story.
So you got law for sure as 21. What else do you guys want us on?
We want. I don't know. Do you dislike how I put the other stats?
Want. I guess 26 in defense plus 5 is good.
Okay, so you want to put 26 in defense.
Yeah, everything's. Yeah, I like that then.
25.
I would rather have more influence than. I guess. Well, I guess wealth is really good. We get minus to it anyway.
Well, like I figured that we wanted a big army to go with the cool castle. Then in order to defeat a good army, you have to have money.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds fine. So yeah, it works. But we're
Well,
still gonna get. We're only at 20 for money.
31 defense. At 31 defense, you guys can get. So here's some population, power, holdings, troops. Okay, there. 31. You guys have a small castle.
Yeah.
Anything 30 to 40, you have a small castle. So if you drop that, then you'll have a hall. Alright, so that is your defense, your influence. What stat did you assign to influence? 23?
23.
Yes,
Giving us
33.
Yeah.
So you just have 23. 33. It's quite a lot. Let's see what you guys get with that. Influence holdings. So, if you guys, if any of you guys want to play the firstborn son or daughter, that's 20 points. So one player can play the firstborn son. If you guys can NPC that, to play secondborn sons only costs 10 points. And you guys can use influence as a expendable trait during social interactions to provide you with more dice.
That's cool.
Yeah. So basically, that shows how big your family is.
So what is our influence thing?
Also, it shows you how powerful your house is viewed. With your influence of 33, you guys have a max status stat of 4.
Okay, that's how
On
much
your
I have
character
with the
sheet,
random
it
rolls.
says 4, yeah. And it basically means you're a powerful house, or you're viewed as you're not an upstart house. Basically, let's send it that way.
Okay.
All right, now your lands plus 20. What? So
40.
that's 23 assigned plus. Okay, so you're putting your 20 into that. So
Yeah, so we got 40 land.
plus 20 plus 40. Hold that, get rid of this. Alright, so 40 land gives you 40 points to buy terrain and different parts of land, and that is evident on page. Land holdings, so that's on page 107.
Okay.
So you guys have 40 points to spend on basically terrain or lands that you want, and you'll tell me where you want your castle and that stuff. So every kind of terrain costs points, and then the feature on that terrain also costs points.
Okay.
So, for example, if you were to want a piece of land with hills, that would cost you 7 points. And if you want let's say a small town in that terrain on the hill, it would cost you 20 points. So it would cost you a total of 27 points to have a small town on a hill. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't see the thing. I'm on page 107.
107? It says land holdings?
Yeah, I just see unit types.
107, really?
Yeah.
On my 107 it has it.
House and lands is at the top of the page, but yeah, like.
Okay, so turn back. You should see a table. Is this the book you have right here?
Well,
This one with the,
Yeah, I see terrain features of Westeros.
Okay, yeah, so 107, it says terrain features. It says land holdings on the top, terrain and features, so you will pick your terrain. You can pick a few, basically you have 40 points to spend on this stuff. So if you guys don't spend any points into city or town or village or hamlet, then basically you have no centered population zone, and all it is basically farms. People, farming about. So it's a good idea to have a small town, or even a large town if you so choose, and a hamlet. But that will take up quite a bit of your land space. So just giving you an idea, because we're not finished rolling yet on what you're able to do. We already finished. Population is -5. What role did we assign to population?
21.
21.
Oh, no, it was law.
That was the other 21.
Oh,
There's two
yeah, the other
21s.
Law and population both had 21.
Okay, so law and population 21. So 21 minus 5. 16. 16 and population. Two. A +0 on house fortune, so that's not that bad. There are other rules that deal with population, but I have to kind of get into it. All population mostly does is just tell you your house fortune roll. So that's basically zeroes out. So far, you guys are at -5 for house fortune because of your law.
Law. Yeah.
All right. So what's next? What's power? I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
What did you assign for power?
28.
28.
We assigned to 28, which gives us a total of 23.
-5 equals 21.
Damn, our house sucks.
No, it's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. So your power is 23.
Yes.
All right. So just to give you an idea of how that works, to get a basic green unit, it only costs you 1 point. To get an elite unit, it costs you 7. So just because your unit is green or elite, you have to now choose what kind of unit it is, and that increases the cost. For example, if I was to have a trained unit, which costs 3 points, and I want them to be a trained infantry unit, so it says +4 for having infantry. So that unit would be 3 for being trained, +4 for being infantry. It would cost me 7 points. So
Right.
basically, that means you'd have 100 trained infantrymen. Everything on this table for when you choose your type of unit is multiplied by 100. So it's 100 men until you get to mounted units, which counts as a unit of 10, or a ship, which basically counts as 10 ships, I believe.
Okay.
So it's, if we were to ever go into war rules, that's when that would be used. Basically, for fluff's sakes, the more units you have is basically the more people you got. And if they're green, they're just being trained. And if they're elite, they've gone through a few wars and stuff like that. So I'll leave that stuff to you guys to assign.
We should just have a shitload of peasant levies and like some elite guerrillas.
Yeah, that is possible. So now for wealth, that is your 29 stat, I believe, right?
Yeah.
29 minus 5
24.
equals 24. 24 wealth, just to give you an idea of what you can do with wealth. Okay, so there's various wealth holdings. They each cost a certain amount, and they allow you guys to have either better quality gear for your house, or they modify your fortune rolls. Basically, what fortune rolls are is that every month of game time, one of you, usually the seneschal of the house, if there's enough players, would roll a set of dice and add or subtract your fortune. And the more fortune you have, it modifies the rest of your stats, kind of. So, for example, if you were to have a castle and you'd lose points in defense just a little to go under castle, it wouldn't mean that you suddenly lose your castle. It would mean that your castle is in disrepair.
Mm-hmm.
So for holdings, there's quite a lot of choices, starting on page 112, and it goes to page 113. So two pages basically of stuff. This is how you can spend points on a maester. If you want to have a maester in your house, it costs 10 points. And you need influence of 20, which you guys have. If you guys want to have a God's Wood, since you're in the north, it costs 5 points. And all this stuff is basically, whenever you guys want to look at that, you can look at that. But now that
have a God's Wood.
yeah, for sure. So now that we're on that side, we get to roll to see how old your house is.
Cool.
And then we will add or subtract various things, and then I'll let you guys I'll leave and let you guys spend these points however you want. So usually it takes
Forever?
not forever, but it's a discussion that kind of will go beyond the amount of time I got because I got to get back to some yard work. But let's
Oh, is
roll
that
a
why you got those
d6.
sweet cut-off sleeves doing the yard work? You have to make the neighbors nervous?
You know it. You know it. All right, roll a d6 for me.
5.
5. Okay. You are a recent house. Basically, you came into existence during the Blackfire Rebellion. You have 1d6 minus 1 historical events. Roll me a d6.
1.
All right, so you have no historical events. I'll be nice. I'll give you guys one historical event.
Alright.
You can opt for no if you want. If you get a historical event, something bad or something positive might happen. So do you guys want a historical event or no?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I would rather just have random stuff. Like, I would rather have some historical fun events.
Right.
Yeah.
Roll me 3d6.
Alright.
6.
So you guys have the madness event that happened to your house.
Oh, sweet. What's
Madness means inbreeding, fell secrets, disease, or mental defection can produce derangement and madness among the people of Westeros, including its rulers. A madness historical event indicates that a particular figure suffered from some insanity, producing unpredictable results with positive or negative outcomes. So, in your history, in your most recent history, you guys have to, when you like coming up with the lore or whatever of your house, include madness. It could be the ruler went mad and got deposed, or maybe one of the rulers had like an obsession with something and had something crazy built on your premise. Who knows? But please roll me 2d6, Jake, and this will modify your defenses.
Uh-oh.
2d6 plus 6.
13.
Oh, sorry. Did I say that right? 2d6? Alright, so you got 7. No. It's plus 6 minus 2d6. Okay, so you got 6 minus 7. So your defense drops to 30. Roll that again, same amount of dice. The goal is to get under 6 on your total. And you got 10. So 10. So you lose 4 influence, bring you down to 29.
Damn.
Right, roll me for lands.
Oh, 10 again.
10. Alright, so you're at 36 on that. So this madness affected not only your houses being seen by other houses, it reduced your defenses and the amount of lands that you have.
This fucking guy.
Right, roll for law. So you drop down to 9 law now.
Oh, shit.
This guy really fucked up your house, whoever it was. Alright, roll for population.
Jesus Christ. Oh, there you go.
You gain population.
Oh boy, you got like broke a whole bunch of fucking racist, crazy people in here, and they killed everyone.
Roll for power. Roll low, bro. Roll low.
Power, oh no again.
So you guys gain 2 power. That's 25.
Sweet, now we're at 25.
Roll wealth. You guys?
Snake eyes.
Oh yeah, he ruined the coffers. Oh yeah, everybody come in. We have free welfare.
19 wealth.
Everybody's got welfare.
Okay. Now, each of you can roll a 1d6 and add that number as a bonus to any one of these attributes.
Okay, roll 2 dice. I'll take the second one on the screen.
Alright. You got the 4.
Okay, so Jake, where do you want to put the +2?
Oh, fuck, even if I brought the log
you
to 10, it wouldn't matter.
Can you please put what our stats are currently?
Alright, here's your stats
I
currently.
need to see.
Your stats currently are as follows.
I could put the 2 into influence and bump us back up to 31.
Okay.
So you want to do 31 influence?
Yeah.
Alright, 31 influence. So now, PJ, what do you want to throw it? +4.
I mean, I kind of need to look, because...
Okay, yeah, no problem. Basically, at 19 wealth, just to look at wealth, see if you guys can do anything with 19 wealth. The different holdings are quite expensive. With aside from the Godswood, it only costs 5. If you guys want something like guilds, which gives you discount on goods you purchase, a maester costs 10. So you guys can potentially have a Godswood and a maester with the role that you guys have presently.
That's all we have left.
Yeah, you guys can do a Godswood and a maester without modifying your wealth.
Fuck. This
If you
guy's
guys
like,
want something like a mine that gives you +5 on your fortune roll, that costs 10.
Yeah, that mine's looking pretty helpful.
But
Yeah.
let me see if you guys can do that. If you put 4 into wealth, you'd have 23. If you want a Godswood, that brings you to 19. If you want a Maester, that brings you to 9. And then you can't afford a mine. You'd be 1 off.
Okay, let's see here. Our population is what now?
The population is
17.
17. So crime is ever
if you
present.
put the 4 into lands, we'll be back up to 40 lands too.
I'm probably just gonna put it into law so we don't have -10 to our house fortune rolls.
Yeah, it's a pretty good idea. So you got a 13. Okay, so your house is done. If let's see who else I can grab to play this. Basically, for every player, there's a +1d6 to any stat.
Oh, okay.
So basically, the more players, the more the more powerful or whatever your house is. But your stats, I'll give you the newest version of your stats.
Okay.
And then you guys can assign whatever you want to it. Depends if you guys want to be the lords. You might not even have to spend anything into, well, not much into, what do you call it? What is that? Influence. Right? If you guys want to be lords, then that's when you start to spend your influence points.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys want to be, it's a
Did you
good
put the most
idea.
current ones?
Those are the most current, yeah.
Okay.
So it's a as you guys will see in the stats, you can't be the head of the house. It's always being an heir. So the
Right.
head of the house is usually an NPC. So that can easily change in gameplay. Or if you just want to be the head of the house, then you can, be the head of the house. But it's easier to make stories if an NPC is in charge of the house.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, I mean, I'm obviously I'm not gonna be a cool guy. That's not me.
So you guys are in the north. We'll pick a place on the map for you eventually. And you guys have to decide a house name, as well as how your crest looks. And if you guys want
We
to come
should
up,
randomly roll the crests because they have stuff for that in the book.
yeah, if you guys want to randomly roll and just tell me what you get, I'll depending on how many players I get, might set up a Facebook page just to have all the art and shit in there, or maps and shit.
Alright.
And crap. But any questions? There's probably a lot of questions. You basically have to read the character, the house creation real quickly. It's only a few pages. And
Yeah.
just assign these dots to something. And then once you guys assign it, just let me know what you just choose. I think there is a house character sheet on the internet somewhere that has plenty of space for things like units or your defensive holdings. Like, looking at your current defense of 30, I'm just imagining that you guys are just going to want a small castle.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, so that will just eliminate, you don't have to search for anything with defense anymore. So there you got a small castle. It's usually no more than a single keep, perhaps 2 towers in a wall. Yeah, so pretty legit, pretty baller. I'll just put a small castle in brackets. Influence. I can kind of go through this with you guys. Have a little bit of time. How many? Well, do you guys want just the firstborn son, or do you want like a big family that's in charge of the house?
A big family would be like the Starks.
Yeah, like something like the Starks would cost. Hold on. Each investment creates a character opportunities.
How many
Yeah.
qualities do you get?
Qualities.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at character creation stuff too while you're doing this.
Yeah.
I just stole the Anointed Knight template.
Yeah, it's a pretty good template.
Do I add anything to it for being old? Because I saw you got like a shit ton more experience for being old.
Well, you said you used a random roll mechanic?
Yeah, there's like all these different. Yeah, in the book, there's like this shit about randomly rolling your age and like.
Oh, random age. Yeah. But there's no such thing as random stats, is there? Starting.
There's like random status and stuff. Starting no, not starting age.
Yeah, I know there's middle age. So is your character sheet done, Jake?
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh. Hold on. Character concept, blah blah blah. Roll age. What did you roll for your age? Old?
Yeah, old.
Okay, so you got old.
The low end of old.
Old. So you have 50. So you're aged 50 to 70. Okay. Then I go over to. So you roll for your virtues and vices.
Yep.
So if you're old, you start off with 270 ability points to spend. Okay, and your maximum ability can be at 5. That's your max.
Yeah, because I'm an old man.
Yeah, because you're an old man. You start off with more XP, let's say, or points to spend into your character.
So then I took the Anointed Knight thing from the beginning of the book, and I just put that for all my stats. Like, do I add anything to that stuff?
Okay, let me see. Oh, so you just took a template and put old to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might make things a little difficult. Just you know what? Look at the. Let me find this guy. Anointed Knight, right?
Yeah, it's like the first one, I think.
There's Knight. Here. Anointed Knight. Okay. Anointed Knight. What's this guy? This guy is.
What is the advantage of being young versus old?
If you're young, you have more benefits.
You have more destiny points too, and when you're old, you have to take flaws too. You have to take like it's your choosing, but you have to take minuses to like some of your attributes.
Yeah. If you're young, you have more. More. What the fuck?
I was gonna take minuses to like athletics or something or agility because like I'm old as fuck.
Yeah, you take minuses. Let me just find it, just so that I know. Old. What the fuck does it say old? It says maximum starting. Okay. Does it give you a minus? I know it does, but I'm just trying to find it. Intrigue, blah blah. Character abilities and specialties, healing, blah blah. Don't need that. Determining age, random roll, old. Determining laws, available conditions, expert fighters, so if you're old, 270, max 5. Experience. Okay. Alright. So, Jake.
Yes.
If you see the character creation where it says ability improvement, where you got the old template, which says your ability experience is 270 points, right?
Yeah.
And then you see underneath it, it says how to spend those points. So if you have something, you start off with 2 and everything.
Right.
2 and everything. If you want to have it be plus 3, so if you want 5 and something, it takes you 70 points.
Right.
So make sure that your character is within 270 points, right? So when you look them over, you're starting as 5. I'm pretty positive since you're old, you get a minus to some stuff.
Yeah, I have to choose like cunning or athletics or agility or something. It's like a whole list of shit. I have to take a -1 die to it.
Perfect. Okay, and
like I said, I'm probably taking it out of agility or athletics.
Yeah. So, sorry, PJ, you asked something.
I don't remember anymore.
I think you asked for qualities. How many qualities you start off with?
But yeah, you said it was based on destiny points.
Yeah, it's based on. I think everybody starts with one quality, and it's based on your age. We're just gonna read it over again just to be sure, because I don't want to give you guys like wrong info.
I started with 3 qualities. I started with it because if you're, I don't know, you should just pick one of the classes in the beginning. That was the easiest shit. I got Anointed, Longblade Fighter 1, and Sponsor.
Well, I'm not any of those, so.
Okay, so let me just find what it is. What you
Well,
started.
I know, but I'm saying there's classes in the beginning you're not similar to any of them.
Not really.
I mean, my dude's not like exactly a holy man either, but like Anointed Knight is how you get Sir as your title.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be a sir. I'm a fucking schmucko mercenary, and I don't.
Yeah, there's a fucking mercenary class.
No,
Here we go. Okay, so you're old, Jake?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says your maximum benefits is 2. So you get 2 benefits max at old.
Okay.
That's on page 51.
So I have to minus one of my sweet
Yeah,
benefits?
minus one of your benefits.
Oh man. Can I take off Anointed?
Actually, you got 1 destiny point, correct?
Yeah. No, 2.
2. You can spend a destiny point, erase it completely, and put it into a benefit. So you only
Okay.
have 1.
That's
And then
fine.
you
I'll
keep
do
your
that.
character the same.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. So PJ, depending on how old or young you want to be, it's on page 51. It tells you how many starting benefits you have.
Okay.
So if you're young, if you're youthful, you start off with 3 benefits.
I mean, I think young is like too young, right?
Yeah, the youngest is like Bran, basically.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not him. I'm
Hey,
probably
Zig,
like maybe young adult or something.
actually,